Welcome back to Dr. Noah's YouTube update, and just kind of review some of the last week's interesting articles on health. American Cancer Society and American Urological Association came out again showing that PSA, it's a test for men's prostate problems at that. It's pretty worthless, but once again they keep saying, well, why does this keep being done? Because people are making millions of dollars and scaring people to, as we'll talk about after this, about a really groundbreaking type of study, earth-shattering study about the joke of the cancer industry. So we'll talk about that shortly here. This is what Cindy and John and I were talking about. Exposure to violence in children changes DNA. And this is from Duke University, Molecular Psychiatry, April 2012. They're showing, as we've talked a lot about, is that your genes are a kind of a blueprint of either how healthy or how sick you can be. And as we say, we'll have a good thing to tell about this. And so there's a new type of thinking. It's a paradigm switch about 25 years ago, is that your genes constitute maybe at most 10%. It's the epigenetics, the outside environment, good and bad. And that's what this study here is showing. Bad things from emotional and psychological factor can have a direct physical change of your genes, which turns out to be something bad. And that's what this study goes into. What they don't go into, and as we've talked about here, is you can do positive things to do the opposite. So even though negative things can change your genes in a negative factor, using positive type, and we've talked about Dr. Dean Ornish, professor at UCSF, showing that lifestyle changes can actually change your genes. We can talk about taking certain nutrients. We've talked about a NRF2 activator, oxidative stress alterator, Protandim. It's able to modify up to 4,000 units. So there's lots of exciting natural things out there that actually can reverse this. But once again, it's kind of getting alarming that violence in children definitely causes your genes to change. The big thing that was kind of a sad statement of society. There's a burger place in Las Vegas. It's called the Heart Attack Grill, and they just go out of their way saying, yeah, we use lard. We have these big hamburgers called triple bypass, quadruple bypass burgers. They're between 7 to 10,000 calories in one sandwich like that. And what happened is, a woman went in there and she had an attack. She had to go to the hospital because here are these people trying to gorge themselves. So it's a really kind of a sad statement. I can just think of the last stages of the Roman Empire where people were just totally glutton and doing wild, crazy things because the society had just decayed to that point. And in terms of nutritional realm, this is like a hot spot. I mean, people go from all over the country, all over the world to go to this place that, once again, promotes death and illness from what you eat. But everybody thinks that's the funniest thing on earth. Let's go there and try to get sick. Let's try to eat all this crap. Instead of using real cheese, they use American cheese. They use lard. I mean, they just go out of their way to make this the unhealthiest food like that, but it's a big hit. It's kind of sad. And what's this one here? Oh, just another type of review about, the sick politicians who are paid by the drug industry is trying to ban and try to regulate natural type of supplements again. And just to kind of refresh yourself, that the American Association of Poison Control, a arm of the Center for Disease Control, just came out a couple months ago comparing natural type of supplements, herbs, vitamin supplements, homeopathy versus the wonderful, great, and I'm being sarcastic here, drugs as being the safe things, and of course those unregulated herbs and stuff. Well, they did a review. They looked over 27 years, and they found no deaths for herbal things. Almost 3 million people died of taking prescription drugs, the ones that you go to see your drug doctor that you think is really good for you, which is not, and using it correctly. These aren't overdosages there. And as one of the titles here says, 60 billion dosages of natural things per year and not one death. And we're supposed to be scared of that and have that possibly be regulated so that no one can get to it. So once again, you just have to follow the money. The politicians are paid by the drug industry. The drug doctors are duped, and they're basically prostitutes. Talk about the Secret Service. They're the real prostitutes. They sell their heart and soul out for their drug companies so they can make a buck at your expense or health. Very, very sad. So with that information, hope you try to take control of your health and well-being. Find a natural doctor, get healthy, and be happy. Talk to you soon.